Hey guys, Gnoblar here. Just got back off my long weekend in London, and as promised in my earlier video, I'm going to review the first of my 3 Games Workshop limited edition Christmas presents. For those of you that don't know, Games Workshop sculpt roughly a 50mm scale model, cast it in metal and give enough out to all of their retail staff, and then destroy the master mould basically. So these never go on general retail to the public, so I'm hoping none of you have seen this model before. This is the first of the 3 I got there whilst I was working. This one is, as you can see, Troll versus Troll Slayer Christmas present, and the barcode is all zeros because it never goes on general retail basically. Comes in a plain box. I'll quickly take it out. That basically leaves a plastic flip lid box, and if I can get the focus right and get the glare away, there you go. Certificate of Authenticity, limited edition Troll versus Troll Slayer, sculpted by Mark Bedford. Now Mark Bedford, he has sculpted all 3 of these models that I've received over my years with Workshop, 2004, 5 and 6. I don't know if he's still making them, but he was clearly the guy they went to back in the day for the impressive centrepiece models they wanted to get out. So again, thank you for all your work this year. And then the number 2017 of 3000. So that's the certificate. So I'll get that out of the way and open up the model, which is what you all want to see, and hopefully the zoom and the focus is working. So we've got the Troll over here on the right, and you'll see in a minute it's massive, and then the Troll Slayer, the dwarf with his own scenic base over on the left. So I'll take all the pieces out, show you them one by one, and then hopefully, if I've got enough time, I will put it together with a bit of blue tack for you so you can get a sense of what this actually looks like once it's together. So if we do the dwarf first, here's the scenic base. Now again, this is massive. This is that's my hand, so for scale it just about fits when I clench my fist. It's a huge piece of metal. This whole kit weighs probably about the same, if not more, than a Greater Demon. Probably more, I'd say. The old metal ones at least. So again, if I can get the autofocus, that is the diorama scenic base for the dwarf. A huge boulder, essentially, with a large pinhole in the middle, basically because the dwarf himself, who is larger than most character models, he's probably about as tall as a cavalry model for Warhammer, he has a pin in his foot because he's leaping off that boulder. He looks cool, very dynamic pose, lots of good detail on the face, and in general on this model he's got a huge beard. He's got no top on, as you'd expect from a Slayer. He's just out there showing off his buffness. Really good detail. Bit of hair that you can put on. There's just 3 little tufts of hair that go on the bottom of his beard. He's plaited his beard because that's what dwarves do. And then he has a bit of a mohawk which you can put on, which no doubt it would look cool. That is a good piece of hair. And then 2 huge axes. Now when I say huge, I mean huge. I'm going to bring in a Plague Bearer for scale. So they're the size of a human, basically, both those axes. They're massive, and he's holding one in each hand. So this is clearly not a model. It's nowhere near the same scale as Warhammer. This is roughly a 50mm scale model, and those are some beautiful axes. Just quite plain, but just really beautiful at the same time. So that's the dwarf done, and onto the troll. Now sorry if I'm rushing through this, I really do want to get this put together for you. So here's the scenic base for the troll, and again this one's even bigger than the dwarfs. No boulder on this one, the troll doesn't need it, he's huge. You can clearly see where the troll's feet are going to go when we put him on there. Otherwise a plain base with just a bit of debris in the middle. Moving up, we have the troll's legs. Now a bit of a pot belly, bit of a loincloth, some kind of claw wounds he's sustained on his belly, and then moving on to the troll's flesh, you can see he's clearly a stone troll. The really good detail on the flesh of this troll. I really enjoy the model. It looks a lot like Ben Grimm or the Thing from Fantastic Four. Mark Bedford has really captured the the look and feel of just a walking hunk of stone. Really well done, really impressive work sculpting there. So moving up from the feet onto the troll's torso, again autofocus if it's going to play ball, there we go. You can see really defined stomach muscles there and huge pecs for this troll. He's clearly been in the gym 24/7 since he was spawned. Section for the head to go, and then he's lifting both his arms up. We will see why in a minute. He's got a bit of jewellery, some rocks hanging down as bracelets. Turn him around and you can see the musculature of his back, his spine kind of recessed into his back there, shoulder blades, and again his arms going up. And then finally the troll's head. Now that really does remind me of Ben Grimm on this one. The detail on the head is very good, very stony, good teeth, really impressive model. And then the reason the troll's hands and arms are raised is he's holding a huge boulder, massive rock that's larger than a Space Marine in scale. Weighs a hefty amount. You could do some damage with that if you wanted to. Really good detail on the boulder and the hands, to the talons holding it. Really impressive. So now I'm going to try, and hopefully, if I've got time for you guys, just blue tack this model together. I'm not going to super glue it, and I'm not going to clip the axes off or anything like that. I just want, and again, get the focus in line, there we go. I just want to blue tack it and give you a sense of what it looks like, but at the same time I want to keep this model mint condition, so I'm not going to glue it. So there's the troll slayer. Bit of blue tack on the feet. Now the only problem I've had, I've taken this video a couple of times, is with the boulder. Now the boulder is so massive with the troll holding it above his head that blue tack alone doesn't really want to hold it. So fingers crossed luck will be with us. Like I say, I've taken this video a couple of times and I've simply run out of time with my 10-minute allowance on YouTube. So that's, excuse me if I'm rushing guys, but I do want you to see this model in all its glory. Now hopefully this is going to hold. I think we're in business. Touch wood, yeah baby. Okay. I'll do the waist next. Leave the head till last, so get the torso on the waist of this troll. Now I've got a good 2 and a bit minutes left, so this is faster than I've done it on my other takes, which is good. Now just the head, so this should give us a good 1.5 to 2 minutes to talk about him. And on goes the head, so you can see just what a massive model this is now. There it is in all its glory. I'll put the two together, because the scenic base, as I said before, is designed to fit together. Now I'll bring the camera down and do some, so spinning the whole model round, you can clearly get a bit of a, again sorry there's no axis on the dwarf, but you can see he is leaping towards that troll, spinning around a bit, leaping off that boulder, and the troll's raising that boulder just to smash it down on that dwarf. It really is very dynamic diorama. I really do enjoy it. If I had another, I would put it together and paint it. I know some of my fellow colleagues from Games Workshop have put the troll together and have used it as giants in their armies. It is that big, just for scale. There's a plague bearer, and there's the Forge World Great and Clean one. As you can see, the troll is massive. It's taller than the Great and Clean one from Forge World, and that's not a small model. And again, you can see a Land Raider in the background there. So both those models are huge, and again, it's metal, not resin. So it is an absolute beast. It weighs a ton. So I'll keep spinning it around, and I'll take it to just under 10 minutes, and hopefully you guys can just get a feel for how great that model is. And now I'll shut up so you can just enjoy it. So I hope you've enjoyed my little review. I'm coming up to 10 minutes, I don't want to run over. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers!